If you really knew me, if you really knew me, if you really knew me,
If you really knew me,
If you really knew me,
if you really knew me, you would know I've had anxiety almost my whole life.
you would know that I have mental illnesses.
you would know that I have anger issues that started with my sister's death.
If you really knew me, you would know that my parents believe that I have very serious ADHD.
I'm actually a very shy person to people I don't know, and I don't like being in big crowds.
If you really knew me, you would know I have a cleft palate and people used to make fun of me for it.
It really bothers me a lot that people point out my height way more than it needs to be.
I was born with kidney reflux disease and I'm very sick.
I feel insecure about some things and it makes me doubt myself. I also have a hard time trying to boost myself up.
If you really knew me, you would know this year other students have been making fun of me and it makes me feel hurt.
If you really knew me, you would know that I've been bullied since I came to the school.
If you knew me, you would know I've been having slight issues with a bully early in the school year. Trust me, it's not really that fun. But whenever they bully me, in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, I'm really confused because, like, why me? There's multiple other people here, but why me, out of all people?
Being bullied makes me upset and hurts my feelings.
You would know I'm very emotional, and it can really hurt me bad when I get bullied.
If you really knew me, you would know other people call me racist names and make racist comments towards me. And it makes me feel like I'm not worthy enough because of the color of my skin.
If you really knew me, you would know I hurry out of my classes or take a longer way around the school to get away from people that make fun of me.
It makes me feel sad when my friends are hurt.
If you really knew me, you would know people's opinions actually matter to me.
Sometimes I come off mean to people, but if they really knew me, I'm not mean. I'm completely the opposite.
Sometimes I want to be alone and I need space.
I bottle up all my anger and I don't like to lash it out. It makes me want to fight people, but I try my best not to.
If you really knew me, you would know I'm not as aggressive and chaotic as I may come off as.
If you really knew me, you would know I try to stay away from drama because I don't want to get in trouble.
I try to keep my grades up a good chunk of the time, but I always fail some of my classes.
If you really knew me, you would know that I have a hard time typing and it makes my classes harder.
You would know I try to get good grades, but I know I can try harder.
I get distracted more easily than other people, even when I want to do my best.
If you really knew me, you would know I've had a hard time with math since last year.
If you really knew me, you would know someone at school. I am tired and I have trouble staying awake even though I go to bed early.
Sometimes personal stuff builds up and it makes me cringy, but I'm not really mad at anyone.
If you really knew me, you would know I don't really get to see my siblings because my parents are divorced. It's been almost a year since I've seen them.
And died a few years ago, and it really hurts because I just found out my uncle died as well.
If you really knew me, you would know I still get sad about the deaths of my cousin, my dog, my grandpa, and my grandma.
If you really knew me, you would know I hope one day I can graduate from college.
I'm hopeful that I can learn to handle situations better when I get upset.
If you really knew me, you would know I hope that one day I will eventually get a sibling.
What I'm trying to do this school year is to speak fluent Japanese and go to Japan.
If you knew me, you would know when I grow up I want to be a chiropractor.
If you really knew me, you would know I hope that I can get in a good sports league in the future. If you really knew me, you would know after I graduate high school, I might want to be a welder.
I'm looking forward to living on my own and having my own home one day.
If you really knew me, you would know I want to heal a lot more than I am right now.
I hope that I help other people in my future.
I hope that people will stop bullying each other.
If you really knew me, you will know I want to show people how to be humble.